Alright, hello and welcome. My name is Jason Welsh. I'm going to kind of be showing you a little thing here. It's called procedural baking. If you have Maya and you have Zbrush, you'll love this little video. So, if you have an idea what baking is, it's taking either a texture, lighting, a material, that, and transmuting it back into an item and turning it into a texture. So, this is a texture. Isn't it sweet? Okay, and it's infinite. I mean, there's so many different possibilities for this stuff. I mean, this one's a kind of a lame one because it's got little spots on it, but it's not limited to this. Trust me, it's only limited to your own imagination and time. So what I'm going to do is kind of show you how this happens and what you can do with it. Here I have the Wifebeater out of Pixologic ZBrush, and what I'm going to do here is take him and go and lower him down. I'm going to be using his Wifebeater vest and going down here to UVs and assign a new 2048 map AUV tiles. Okay. Then I'm going to go back up here and turn back up the divisions and go back down here, export that out, call it vest, and put it on my desktop somewhere. Okay, back in Maya, what I want to do here is set up a new scene for you to kind of show you the ropes. So I'll just hit new scene, don't save. Okay, next, what I want to do is import the Wifebeater and make it grow. 6 on the keyboard. Go into polygons and go to normal soften edge. There we go. Next, I need a really big ball. So take this, okay, and go into the ball. Take the ball, right click on it, and assign it a new material, Lambert, and take the ambient color and turn it up. Next, what I need to do is go into Hypershade, and we're going to play around a little bit. Window, Rendering Editors, Hypershade. Okay, now it came in with a default material. Don't use that. Let's go over here, make sure it's on Create Maya nodes, and go to a Lambert. Left clicking will allow you to move these around some. Down here I have a 3D texture, and these can be transmuted into many different textures, okay, because they all have noise, they all have direction, so you can turn this anything from a look of yarn to denim to anything. Trust me. This time I'm just going to play around with leather, however. Okay, leather, what I can do over here is change the colors of it. Let's go with white, and let's go with black. And that's kind of what you want to do with everything. You know what I mean? You want either a black or gray or a white and black, but you want to go full spectrum on that whole monotone. So here, the ball, what I want to do is click on the ball, and then middle mouse button, click and drag this over to the color attribute of the ball. Okay, go to this one, and I can play around with the different attributes with this. There's cell size, in case I want to make it smaller. There's randomness. Okay, I definitely want to turn the randomness up, because if I don't, it'll make a kind of a array pattern showing up. Okay, there we go, cell size. And again, you're going to have to adjust the cell size corresponding to the model. If the model's real big, you want a medium cell size. You're going to have to play around with that to figure out what do you want. You definitely want creases on. And let's drag this over to the item by middle mouse button, click and drag. It looks horrid, don't worry. Okay, now first thing, let's set up the render. Go into the rendering and choose mental ray. under the Mental Ray tab, choose Production Quality, and choose Final Gather. This will eliminate all the shadowing information, the too harsh of shadows that show up. Lighting and shading, let's go over to Batch Bake, Mental Ray Square Box. What we want to do here is bake to a texture, bake shadows, use Bake Set Override, use a perspective camera, light and color attributes, use orthogonal reflection, definitely must have that on. Wifebeat, I called it, 2048 by 2048 TIFF, 8 bits, bake to one map, very important. Now what this will do, it'll put it in the middle of nowhere on your set, so make sure you go Project, New, and let's say I make something on my desktop called Bake Out. Okay, I'll say use defaults and hit accept. And just for laughs, I'll save this scene. Again, that's on my desktop called Bake Out, and this goes into the scenes directory. Bake stuff. Now, if I ever need to bake another item, I can quickly do that by importing it into the scene. Okay, click on the item, and you can see at the top it says objects to bake are selected. So I have it selected. I have the right size, 2048 by 2048, and I hit convert. Now this could take a couple minutes. Voila, it baked out. Okay, if you look at it, it is kind of goofy looking, but this is just the tip of the iceberg on what you can do with this. So what I want to do is kind of show you your next step. Go to Adobe Photoshop CS4 or CS3 or whatever, and then open up that map. It's opened from the desktop, Bake Out, Render Data, Mental Ray, Light Map. There's White Beat. Okay, now what I want to do is turn this into a PSD. If you leave it as a TIFF, it won't go in for some reason. So save, back to Zbrush. Okay, let's increase the resolution on him quite a bit by going up here and adding some divisions. I'm going to divide till 7. I'm going to go into texture and import desktop, Bake Out, Render Data, Mental Ray, Light Map, Wifebeat. And it won't show up until you actually go down here, because that's just importing it into the actual engine. And what I can do here is take and flip that vertical. So I forgot that. Flip vertical, and then go back here, choose a new flipped vertical. Sweet. Okay, now what's next? Well, since it's such a high contrast value, it'd be very easy to turn that into a mask. So masking, mask by intensity. Then go down here and turn off the texture to see that mask. Good. Now go over here and take and inflate. Now this is to taste, mind you. So, I would turn it to real small values until you're happy. Let's say I hit 10 on here. Good. 10 works. Subtlety is the key here. You don't want to get too much on it. Okay, clear that out. And voila, there we go. You ever wanted those procedural textures to be on your maybe flight suit, jumpsuit, leather, whatever. That is how you do it, and it's oh so perfect. Let's take a look at this by just choosing this item only and see how that looks all the way around the item. No crease value, no nothing. No size differentiation between the actual units either. That's what's nice about it. If I went to make these with any other UV set, what would happen is I would have pinching occurring with little small ones up here and maybe bigger ones in this area. But look at, they're all perfect all the way around. So that is making a procedural texture appear on a ZBrush item from Maya. A weird workflow by me. Alright, enjoy. Again, my name is Jason Welsh. And tune in to other videos where I cover other topics like such as Blender and Maya and ZBrush and Photoshop and too many. I really got to get a life. Alright, so enjoy and have a good one. Until next video.